That DNA evidence is called a rape kit. Across the nation, hundreds of thousands of kits remain untested. That means victims, including many here in Southeast Texas, must wait months, years, sometimes even decades for justice. 6 News reporter Lindsey Kovacevich investigates and explains why some people believe a DNA lab in Jefferson County would help speed up the scales of justice.
They could be as many as 18 steps, but we're going to collect according to the history. But some of the things that we might collect would be fingernail scrapings, oral swabs. We're going to comb their hair. It can take you anywhere. If you're gathering evidence and you're doing a kit, it could take you anywhere from 2, maybe 4, maybe 6 hours.
It's called a rape kit, and it's performed on sexual assault victims.
The evidence is extremely important, and the way it's collected, and the way it's preserved, and the way it's packaged.
Brenda Garison is a certified examiner for child abuse and forensic services. She says the DNA evidence is oftentimes the most important piece of the legal puzzle prosecutors try to put together for a jury.
It could be the deciding factor on as far as the case and the outcome.
Garison says Jefferson County is at a disadvantage because there's no DNA crime lab here.
We only have a certain amount of locations that do DNA testing. For every agency that's sending in DNA, it has to go to one of the DNA labs, and the backlog can be tremendous.
After the case is set for trial, we'll have to have a reset or a postponement because the crime lab, the DPS crime lab, has not been able to accommodate our time schedule.
Assistant District Attorney Ed Shettle says the courts get backed up waiting on DNA evidence.
Juries expect DNA results, DNA testing, but it's always been absolutely lights out great evidence. DNA evidence is the smoking gun, I guess is what you can say. It's better than a videotape.
Setting up a DNA lab here would speed up the process in courts, but also for the victims.
For the victim, it's for the rest of their life. And the sooner they can get court over with, as soon as they can get that chapter behind them, it's kind of like they can't start rebuilding until they get that behind them.
It's about $1 million a year. We in law enforcement, and I think we in the DA's office in particular, are just waiting for there to be money.
In more than 3 out of every 4 sexual assault cases, the suspect is a family member or close friend of the victim. The main concern is swift justice for those victims.
You're not going to wash away trauma.
The memory of what happened doesn't go away, but quicker results with a DNA lab could help ease the pain of waiting. In Jefferson County, Lindsey Kovacevich, KFDM 6 News.
In the past, the district attorney's office has proposed a DNA crime lab in Jefferson County. There are plans drawn up for one, but at this time, there's no money set aside. Supporters hope that will change.